Every once in a while, you'll come across a watch that's a bit of an enigma. A threaded crown, crown guards, and a decent water resistance rating, so it's a dive watch. Well, it's got a GMT hand and a 24-hour bezel, so that makes it a pilot's watch, right? Well, according to Rolex, the Explorer 2 16570 was meant to be on the rocks, or in the rocks, depending on how you look at it. It's 1:40 p.m. Let's get down to business. What's going on, everybody? I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller. So this is my recently acquired Rolex Explorer 2 reference number 16570, the 40mm polar dial, and according to Rolex, this was designed for cave explorers, something I will never do. I cannot wait for the comment section. You're not allowed to talk about that watch unless you're a cave explorer. But seriously, guys, all jokes aside, time to buckle down, get a little bit more serious here. Mark my words, people will regret ignoring this Rolex. These Explorer 2s are kind of the last bastion when we're talking about stainless steel Rolexes that haven't gotten totally out of control price-wise. However, we are already seeing some price increases on these watches, and it's kind of scary because come holiday season and into 2019, I'm afraid these watches will jump up in price even further. So when I posted this watch on my Instagram yesterday, I got a lot of questions from my followers over there. What made me land on this watch specifically? Well, the truth is I've actually had a Rolex Explorer 2 on my list for some time now, but only recently, within the last couple months, have I actively been looking to buy one, and there's 3 reasons that led me to pull the trigger on one right now. So first, I'm finding myself in this kind of rugged field watchy phase in my collection. Like, I don't know about you, but with me, I kind of collect in phases. Sometimes I'm really into divers, sometimes I'm really into dress watches, and right now it seems to be rugged field watches. The second thing is that I've been recently looking for something with a white dial. And really the third reason I bought this Rolex Explorer 2 was because I looked at my collection and I realized I don't honestly have a dedicated GMT watch, and that's gotta change. So guys, honestly, this Rolex Explorer 2 16570 is one of my favorite GMTs ever designed. It's tough, it's durable, it is rugged, it is unique, especially when we're looking at other Rolexes. And this one being 40mm, the proportions are just incredible. So why don't we go ahead and bring it up close and we can take a look at some of the features of this baby. All right, here it is, my Rolex Explorer 2 16570 polar dial, 40mm, not the disgusting 42mm that is currently out there with the orange GMT hand. What were they thinking when they designed that one? Seriously. This one has the drilled lugs, which I prefer because it makes it that much easier to change the straps out if you so choose. Now guys, let's go over what this watch has to offer. So this serial number denotes that this watch is most likely from around 97 to 1998, and it's powered by that 3185 automatic movement. It's got a sapphire crystal, and as you can see with that magnifier, some people love them, some people hate them. I love them because it's just very, very Rolex. You're getting a date complication. Now, I think that's probably the most useful complication a watch can have, but this is not the most interesting complication on this watch. The most interesting complication on this watch is this red hand right here, the GMT hand. That's right, Greenwich Mean Time. GMT is typically preferred by people who travel a whole bunch. It's a very useful complication for them because with this one watch, you're able to keep track of multiple time zones. So it's pretty cool. Currently, I'm keeping track of London time with this red hand. Just so happens I have a ton of UK viewers. So anybody watching this from the UK, what's going on? But also, I'm able to keep track of local time here in Los Angeles, California. But here's one of my favorite features on this watch by far. So let's say I still want to keep track of what my UK viewers are doing, and it's about noon here in Los Angeles, but I need to go back home to New Hampshire, which is 3 hours ahead over on the east coast of the United States. All I have to do is unthread the crown. This has got a threaded crown with about a 100-meter water resistance rating, and you pull the crown out one setting over. Now take a look at the hour hand. All I have to do is 1, 2, 3. Boom. Only the hour hand moved. How crazy is that? Just a very useful feature. Just move it on the fly. You don't have to move the minute hand all the way around the dial a ton of times. All you got to do is just move that hour hand. Very, very cool, very simple, and yeah, very unique. So here it is, guys, the Explorer 2 on my 7.5-inch wrist. And again, with that 40mm sizing, it is right in that sweet spot. I really feel like it would fit a multitude of people. You know, I'm a bigger dude with 7.5-inch wrists, but I think on a smaller person, it would still look great. By no means is this like a big clunky watch. It feels very comfortable. It's not unwieldy, just a very pleasant watch to wear. And yeah, a watch you would definitely want to wear every day. So one of the main questions I hear about this watch, and when you look on the forums and when you look online, people are always asking like, what is the Explorer 2 actually? Is it a dive watch? Is it a pilot's watch? Is it a field watch? Well, I mean, again, I guess it was designed for people that go cave exploring. Are they spelunkers? What do you call those people? I guess they'd be called cave explorers, but it's definitely a sports watch. I think you could definitely dress it up. Like I'm wearing a button down right now, kind of like a madras. And I think you could totally pull it off in a formal setting if you guys are okay with wearing sports watches in formal settings. I know some people are totally against that. I think it's fine. Is it as versatile as a Submariner? Maybe. Some people would argue definitely not, but you know, I'm a big proponent of wearing what you want when you want to wear it. I don't think there's any real rules to this, guys. I just think this is a really funky, really unique sports watch. And again, when you look at Rolex's roster, this thing just stands out. All right, guys, so now to the lume shot, the almighty lume shot. Love the lume on this Rolex. One of the other things that drew me to this watch is just how that glows against the white dial. Looks really cool. Now guys, here's an interesting marking. Down by the 6 o'clock, typically where a watch would say, you know, Swiss made or Swiss, it says Swiss T less than 25. So here's a close-up shot of that marking, Swiss T less than 25, and that stands for this being a Swiss watch that contains tritium that emits less than 25 millicuries. So I assume this watch is safe to wear. So guys, all in all, if you couldn't tell, I'm very excited with this purchase. I finally have a really durable, really impressive GMT with a ton of functionality, just a fun sports watch to add to my collection, and yeah, this is a keeper for sure. Thank you so much for stopping by my Rolex Explorer 2 16570 40mm polar dial. I love it. I'm happy to share it with you guys. What do you think? Leave me a comment in the comment section. I want to hear from you. And as always, I want to thank you so much for checking out the Time Teller shop. Click the link in the description below to shop around. Helps the channel out a ton when you do that, so thank you. And if you're new here, if this is your first time joining us here at the Time Teller channel, I want to say thank you so much for stopping by. Go ahead, click that subscribe button. It takes 1 second and it helps me out a ton. And while you're at it, you can go ahead and click that little bell icon so you do not miss an episode of the Time Teller. There's just so much more awesome content on the way and you don't want to miss it. I'm telling you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share this with other watch enthusiasts, other people that you think would enjoy this. I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller, and always remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it.